Support for Another Round comes from Squarespace. With Squarespace, you get a unique domain experience that's fully transparent and simple to set up. If you sign up for a year, the domain is free, and you can save 10% off your first purchase with the offer code Another Round. Make your next move with Squarespace. Do you love Another Round? Well, did you know that you can listen to us on Spotify while still enjoying your favorite tunes? It's easy. Just look for the podcast section within the Browse tab on your mobile device, or simply search for your favorite shows. To find more podcasts, head to spotify.com/podcasts.
Hi, everyone. I'm Heben.
And I'm Tracy.
And welcome to Another Round with Heben and Tracy. The crowd goes crazy. They're whooping it up. This is an excellent crowd.
And they're so,
They're in tune. They're in step.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So we hope that you all enjoyed our 101st episode celebration.
101st.
You did it.
I did it. I said it without flubbing it.
And you know what?
It just does not, my tongue will not let me do the thing.
But you literally just did the thing.
You're right.
You just gotta recognize and big up yourself when you do the thing.
Yes. That's all about what the 101st is. That's exactly what the 101st is all about. Say it with your chest.
I'm so proud of you. I am so proud. So we told y'all that we were so excited to celebrate our 101s that we have so much content that we couldn't even get it all into one episode, and that a little bit later we was gonna hit y'all with the bonus.
Yeah.
Right? Hit them with the bonus.
Hey.
Hit them with the bonus.
Hey.
Hit them with the bonus.
Are you ready?
So guess what this is, y'all?
It's bonus
It's
time.
the bonus.
Y'all ready for this?
So what is in this bonus episode?
Ooh. So we get a chance to talk with our fellows, our audio production fellows here at BuzzFeed.
Yes, known also as the Fellies.
The Fellies.
Fellies is a term coined by our producer, Julia Furlan.
Oh, pod mom.
And she chose that phrase because it means happy in Portuguese.
Yes.
Also, it doubles as a very nice gender-neutral shorthand for fellows.
Yeah.
So
You don't have to say fellas or fellows. You can say fellies.
yeah, and it's so cute. So we're gonna hear from the Fellies, and then we're gonna do a Heben and Tracy PewPewPew.
Yes.
Pew, 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 pew.
It's lit.
Let's do it.
Yep, you listen to the greatest.
So we are now in the studio with the Fellies, Agerenesh, Ashagre, and Alex Laughlin. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Hi.
What up?
So y'all are usually on the other side of the studio.
Yes.
Did y'all get lost? Like, what?
What's happening?
We
What
just
y'all
stumbled
doing?
in. We just stumbled in.
Aw.
No, so we have a special surprise that we've been working on for y'all to celebrate 100 episodes.
Yes. Aw.
And both Alex and I have been listening to the show since like day one.
Yes, we found the tweets.
Yes, we found our day one tweets from 2015. So we thought it would just be cool to like share our stories, but also we called up some fans and like they just told us about how much they loved the show and how these first 100 episodes, like what it has meant to them. So we have some tape from them, but we also have our own stories we want to share. And so Alex, you can kick it off.
So I have been listening to Another Round since day one, and I actually came to your first live show at the Green Space at the very first Women's Work It Festival. And actually, the week before that, I had accidentally bought 2 tickets to the show instead of 1. And so I tweeted tagging you guys, hey, I have an extra Another Round ticket. Does anyone want it? The Another Round account retweeted it, and this guy slid into my DMs. We ended up we ended up going to the show together.
Oh my
and
gosh, look at us bringing people together.
and we ended up dating for a couple of months.
What?
And the most important part of this story is that he gave me my first microphone that I started my first podcast with.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
those tissues are too far away. We tripping.
I kept the microphone, but not the boy.
You kept the important part.
So now I'm here, and I'm working with you guys.
Yo.
It's amazing.
That's like a rom-com waiting to
I
happen.
was gonna say,
But
I wanna
also-
watch that rom-com.
I, too, went to another round show in 2015, did not meet anyone. So I feel like y'all owe me one. I'm just saying. I feel like y'all owe me one. But for me, like, when I started listening, I was a senior in college at Louisiana State University, which is hella white, in case y'all didn't know. And I feel like the show kind of came at, like, the perfect time because it had been like 4 years of just being worn down by being like at a PWI, and I knew I wanted to get into media but like had no job lined up for after college, and just started listening to this show and like hearing you, Tracy, just talk about like your PWI struggles and like seeing that you made it onto the other side. And then like Heben, the episode with Hannah, like I to this day don't think I've felt as seen in any piece of media as like the episode with Hannah Georgis, who is now one of my closest friends. And like it just
we were watching a secret together.
we were a couple weeks ago, but like that episode, like to an Abisha girl in Louisiana who like had no idea if there was going to be a place in media for me on the other side, like that episode meant so much. So then like 2 years ago this week, I started like my first internship in New York, was making $9 an hour and living in a convent to save money.
Okay. Wow.
An
An actual convent with nuns in it.
What?
That's a
They
story
still
for another
make
day.
those?
That's a story for another day. No. But
Is this for Act 3?
I wish. But that was actually 2 years ago to this week, and like around that time, Stacey Marie's episode was on, and she had this one quote that I feel like captures what this show has meant like over the past couple years for me. She said, "The mere sight of seeing a woman who looks like you doing things that you aspire to is transformational at the cellular level." And like that resonated with me so deeply. And I just felt like episode after episode, like that's what this show was during a time that was like so confusing and like uncertain. And then fast forward to like working with y'all and helping put together the New Orleans live show and like getting to go back home and like put this show out and like thinking about where I was 2 years ago, confused as hell, to like now doing what I really love. And like the fact that the show had been a part of that every step of the way was like, that was like a really big full circle moment for me. So
Wow.
thank y'all.
I'm not gonna survive
Yes.
this part. Heaven's already laughing. I'm holding strong so far.
That means so much.
It does.
made it.
Like, what do you even say?
I know. And what really excited me was getting a chance to talk to so many other listeners who had similar stories of just how the show has been a part of their lives and in different challenging times and happy times. And the first person we spoke to is named Elba. And her story touches on a theme that came up in most of our conversations with listeners, which is mental health. And she took us back to a time where she started taking medicine for some of her own mental health challenges. But as she was taking her first pill, she was feeling scared and shameful. But she got through it. Here's what she told us.
Tracy and Heaven's voice was just ringing in my ears, and it wasn't one specific thing, but I kept remembering, like, drink some water, take your meds, and call your person. And then I just remembered all the times that I heard him talking about mental illness and mental health challenges, and it didn't make me any less scared, but it made me feel okay. It made me feel normal. It made me feel like I could do it too. Like I could definitely do it. And I'm just grateful for that push.
Elba, we're so proud of you. Congratulations.
So the next listener we talked to is Aya, and she kind of was my favorite person we talked to. She is a pre-med student in Washington State at a really, really, really white school. But she grew up in Little Rock, Arkansas, and actually went to Central High School, which is the school that the Little Rock Nine integrated. So she called us from the back room of the ice cream shop in Little Rock where she's working over the summer, and she's worked there like since high school. She's just hustling, and we really, really love her. So.
The move from Arkansas to Olympia was really difficult for me because I went from being like steeped in history and like knowing all of that to just a completely new place. And it was different. For the most part, I was like kind of not self-caring properly. I would just like do homework, come back to my room, and then remember in the morning like, oh, I'm brown. I miss brown people. But that was about it. When I started like hardcore listening to Another Round, it was as a way to kind of wake myself up in the morning. My junior year of college, I was taking this really intensive program at my school that was like chemistry, biology, and physics all in one. And there were 60 people in my class, and I was the only Black woman in that classroom. And so like after like the first week of class, I just felt not only like mentally and academically exhausted, but I didn't realize like how just visually not even seeing myself represented like drained me on a whole nother level of energy I didn't even know I could be drained on. And so I just remember waking up, going into my second week of school, and I was like, oh, okay, let me just put another round on in the background to just keep myself awake. And it became so much more than keeping myself awake, just actually like laughing that early in the morning. Oh my God, the endorphins I got were ridiculous from that. And I was able to actually like sit in class and feel like, all right, there are actual Black people like Heben and Tracy out there in the world that are being happy. I can sit in this classroom and make it through the next couple of hours. And so it became like a weekly ritual for me. And when I was feeling really crappy, I would just remember another round.
Yo.
Oh my gosh.
You said these were kitties.
I know. Why did you lie?
The lies.
We're just so proud of Aya. Like, she is going to be an OBGYN.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yes.
Literally delivering babies, bringing new humans into the world.
So proud of her.
Aya, please convince everybody to name their kids after us. Aya, congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you for listening.
We see you, girl.
I know, and if y'all weren't listening to us, we would just be yelling at each other drunk in like a really big shoebox, which would be weird. So thank you.
So our last story is something that made me really excited. It's two friends, Morgan and Elisa. They met in grad school, but they've been long distance for a while because Morgan has been based in the U.S. while Elisa loves to travel. So she's been based in France. That's where she was when we spoke to her. But the story they brought to us was one time when Morgan visited Elisa when she was doing some research in Côte d'Ivoire. And so she was having like a really hard time adjusting and like would listen to another round, like just to kind of like keep her happy and like keep her going. So we got them both on the phone to like talk about the show and like how it helps them like keep in touch even though they're so far away from each other. So Morgan kicks it off and she started by telling us about this night she visited Elisa in Côte d'Ivoire and just how they spent like an entire night like binging another round because the electricity had gone out. So this is Morgan and Elisa.
It was the last night I was there, so it was kind of emotionally fraught. And the power had gone out, so it was just very hot, and we were just kind of killing time before we had to go to the airport. And she was like, oh, let me play you an episode of this podcast that I've been talking about. So I just have this memory of laying on her bed in the dark with her iPhone, the only sort of glowing object in the room, and listening to Tracy read some of her tweets, and just, I mean, we were just like belly laughing, just dying laughing.
It's episode 47, Don't At Me. It's Bim's like debut episode, which also was like classic because we both adore her too.
And then since then, back in February, we actually went to a live taping at the Bell House in Brooklyn together.
Well, it was amazing because Bim was one of the guests. So
Yeah,
we were like,
exactly.
we like lost our stuff because it was like, we felt like it was one of our anniversaries. And can I also say that another round is just, I mean, we all know this, but it's just like such a special space that they kind of create together and that they include you in. And it was truly something that would just like helped me like keep it together and know that there was this like a space where you could keep it, like where you could just be you. It's phenomenally important in that regard.
I would tell them just keep doing what they're doing and like please never, well, okay, they can stop doing the podcast someday, but wait for both of us to get through grad school. So that's
Yes, listen.
So that's Morgan and Elisa. Yeah, they were super sweet and fun, and they had all these little moments from the show, like how they even start saying to each other, like, listen, or like, I'll allow it, and like things like that. And they're like, those are definitely things we got from the show. And like, there's just so many other moments that they like have picked up that they just truly appreciate, and it's something that like means a lot to them in their friendship. So we thought it was really cute just how it has like, you know, brought people together, and it was super sweet to talk to them.
Oh, yay, friends.
Yes. I love all the stories about people's friendships and how they meet through the show, too.
Yeah.
That's lovely. Like, I always say to myself, it would be so cool if two people like met and fell in love because they listened to the show. But honestly, I mean, true.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know if they fell in love. I don't want to speak to that.
Right. Let us not editorialize it. Yes. But like, I get more excited at just like friends being made and born.
Yeah.
And, you know? Yeah, this was beautiful and so kind and so sweet. And I'm so glad that we know the two of you. You have been a bright spot.
Where are the tweets? I was waiting for day one tweets.
Oh, you want to see the day one tweet?
Okay, so mine was, I am pro this, and then an Obama gif that says, can I live? I don't know. But I remember where I was when I was listening to this. I was in a gym in DC, and I remember like hearing Durga talking about her name. I like have imprinted on that memory.
Yes. So mine was like part tweet, part Instagram post. I was like, this is going to be a cross-platform effort.
Give us that cross-platform. All right.
This was like pre-brown praise hands emoji. So this is like the yellow praise hands, my new favorite podcast, #another round.
Aww.
And then the Instagram post connected to it is just like a screenshot of like
episode
my
one,
episode 1. And
well,
this was back when like I was listening, like walking from like French to like English and stuff, and like just laughing out loud and everyone thinking I was weird. But now it's like laughing out loud in a cafe editing the episode. And it's like, it's a lot.
I will allow it.
Thank you.
This is such a beautiful full circle.
Yeah, and this is such a sweet surprise.
Yeah, we've been working on it for a couple weeks now in secret.
Oh,
And so we wanted to surprise y'all and give y'all a little something.
We cried in every single interview.
You're like, oh, this is so good. Yeah, there's
Another round fans are the best.
They really, really are. Thank the two of you for doing this.
Yes.
Thank you for helping to make the show better, what you do every day.
Yes.
Thank you to everybody who called in and gave them stories to cry about.
Yes.
I'm 2 tissues in. How about you?
3.
Crumpled together.
That was wonderful, y'all. We love you.
Love y'all.
Yay!
Support for Another Round comes from Squarespace. With Squarespace, you get a unique domain experience that's simple to set up and an all-in-one platform to help you create a beautiful, modern website that's nothing like those old dial-up websites. Remember that sound? To help quiz me on some other old-school tech sounds, I have my good friend Tyler Sorensen from BuzzFeed's creative department here with me in the studio. Hey, Tyler.
Hey, Tracy.
How you doing?
Pretty good. I have one sound here. I don't know if you've used this device before, but let's see. Are you ready to hear it?
No, but let's do it anyway. I know what it is.
Yeah?
I'm so old. It's a rotary phone.
You got it. Did you own one?
My grandmother had one, yeah. And for a long time, like once she finally threw it out, I would just like play on the rotary phone and like pretend I was in like a black and white movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of a boring kid. Get your unique domain today at squarespace.com. If you sign up for a year, the domain is free, and you can also save 10% off your first purchase with the offer code Another Round. Make your next move with Squarespace. Every episode of Another Round is now available on Spotify. I know what you're thinking. Wait, Spotify has podcasts? Spotify did what now? Okay. Your place for all things music now has the world's most popular podcasts. To stream Another Round on Spotify, open the app, tap Browse, and look for us in the podcast section. Follow us and all your favorites to get new episodes in your library as soon as they drop. For more, head to spotify.com/podcasts. So, Heben, I don't know if you know this, but now is the time for a little segment that we like to call Pew Pew Pew.
Is this a joint pew pew pew?
It's a joint Pew Pew Pew.
Ooh.
Ha ha.
Tee hee.
Ha ha ha. So fuck it. Let's just have a free for all.
Okay.
Questions.
Okay. Would you rather let a white woman do your hair for 4 years, or let a white woman vote for you in the election?
No. Next question.
That's not how would you rather works.
Next question. Those are both really awful things, and I'm a little concerned at how your brain came up with that. Okay, since we started with would you rather's, would you rather have?
Oh no! You said this would be fun.
I'm having a blast. I don't know about nobody else. Would you rather have? Would you rather have titties for elbows or titties for knees? You have to pick one. So you still have your regular boobs. But in addition, either your knees or your elbows are also titties.
In the same, like they have a titty?
Like there's a titty on your elbow.
It's like
there's a titty
a
on your
boob
other elbow.
on
No,
your
yeah,
elbow.
no. It's like
A full boob.
It's like at least a B cup.
Okay, well, I feel like I prop my head on my shoulder or my hands and put my elbows on the table a lot. So I would love some cushion on that.
You don't think it would like hurt the boobs though?
I got a lot to work with.
I mean, at least the B cup.
It's a little cushion.
Okay, would you so when you wore like short sleeve stuff, would you put like a bra cup on them? You was gonna let them like swing free?
I'll wear a pasty. Be modest.
As Kendrick said, be humble. Sit down.
What video games do you have nostalgia for?
Mario Kart. Oh my gosh. I got into so many near-death altercations
Wait.
over games of Mario Kart. I get so angry. I just get so violent. And like the worst part is the fucking blue shell, right? Because you can be killing it all game. You hugging it. This is not me, mind you. But you hugging
One
the
might
corners.
kill it.
One could do such a thing. And then out of nowhere, some loser in the back gets a sympathy blue shell, and then bam.
That's me.
Usually it is. But no, Super Mario Kart has my heart forever. Mario Kart has my heart.
Oh.
What's the worst professional advice you've ever gotten?
Be yourself. That's not good advice.
Is it not? That's the advice I give everybody.
Be authentic to yourself is good advice.
Okay.
But being yourself in a job interview is not going to get you a job necessarily. I'm just saying, it's not like I necessarily believed it when someone said that to me.
Yeah.
I interpret it the way you give it.
Yeah.
But sometimes people just act like you have nothing to worry about. I'm like, no, research.
Yeah,
hit your P's and Q's.
There are factors at work here.
Yes.
Okay.
Be heavily researched. Don't be yourself.
Oprah walks in here right now with a check. Hands it to you, says, make something.
Ooh.
What do you make? What's the first thing you make?
I take a year off and make nothing.
You have to make something.
I take a year off, make nothing, relax, make something on my own timeline. With Oprah's money, obviously. I don't like making art under a pressure time.
You know what?
I'm going to take my time.
Fair.
What do you
Fair.
make?
A sandwich.
Get out. That was a good answer. What is your go-to Snapchat filter?
Lately, it's any one of the little woodland creatures. I would be so cute. It's like a
Unnamed
little
woodland
bunny.
creature.
Yeah. Oh, I do really like the neon bunny ears one.
Okay.
I think I look particularly adorable in that one. My favorite thing is to put that one on and then get on Snapchat and like spit some Biggie lyrics or something. It's the world's cutest bunny.
Oh.
Ooh. The last good date you've had. Actually, no, let me take that back. When's the last time you've been on a date? That long
It
ago.
wasn't great.
Aw. Well, when was it?
I'd say like a month ago.
Okay. Not bad.
On paper, we have all of the things in common.
Mm-hmm.
But when we were hanging out, I'm like, oh,
Pulling teeth?
I'm bored, I think is the feeling.
Oh, yeah.
Frequently, I find myself when I am attempting to date a heterosexual male.
Which is a struggle at any point in your life.
I ask myself, is he shy or boring?
That's a thing.
That was the summary of my last date.
You need scientific research to figure that out.
Right?
As some men.
Let's get to the core of his being.
Yeah.
Shy or just boring.
Right.
Like, I'm not mad at giving you a little room to kick it, figure yourself out, get comfortable.
Gotta get used to each other.
Exactly. We're
But at
all
some
awkward.
point, someone's gotta give.
Something's gotta give.
I feel like we should just date each other.
Yes.
It'll be fun.
Ooh.
If a bartender was to make a drink and name it after you, what would be in it, and or what would it be called?
Oh, man, if I'm being true to myself, there's probably some Malibu in there.
Turn up juice, as they call it.
It's called I'm a Baby.
Oh yeah, let me get I'm a baby.
You got to say it like that, though, for the bartender to register it. I'm sorry, what was
I'm
that?
sorry, the what?
I'm a baby. Exactly.
I drink it.
What would you drink? Or what would your signature drink be?
It would have bourbon in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be named something that's like way too gangsta and thug and punk rock.
Okay.
Like it would have really beautiful ingredients like prosecco,
Juniper,
rosemary, and it would be called the
You ain't want these problems.
yeah.
You ain't want these problems juice.
It's called the Tech 9. Oh, we get a Tech 9 with extra mango in it.
Ooh.
You know,
Yes. I would
something
order the
that
shit out of that.
seems more dangerous than it is.
Oh.
It's me.
Ah,
Psych.
it's a Tracy.
When you're picking your nail polish color,
Mm-hmm.
do you choose based on mood or outfit or something else?
Okay, my biggest glow up this year, I think,
Mm-hmm.
besides regularly going to therapy,
Sure.
is that I've been coordinating my hair calendar with the production calendar.
You have a hair. Oh, hair is in appointments for braids to last.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just sort of we have a production calendar. I'm like, oh, these months we're traveling.
Mm-hmm.
What do I want the look to be?
Right.
So sometimes I will coordinate the nails with the look.
Oh.
But that's only if I have that kind of vision. I aspire to that all the time. I don't reach it all the time.
Okay.
So sometimes it's just a very, very of the moment mood. Like this second, what color am I feeling?
Mm-hmm. So when your nails are purple, what are you feeling?
You know, I don't really know how I choose now that you're asking me this. How do you choose?
Almost always on mood for sure.
So what does purple mean to you?
Purple for me is very kind of regal, sort of. Very mature and professional.
But you also be doing colors I don't even think about. Like
what?
gray, bitch.
Yo.
You be slaying the gray. I don't ever even
Grays.
think to choose gray.
Yeah, I like to play around. So grays and neutrals for me are more adult, sexy,
Okay, grown and sexy
professional,
vibes.
You know? Yeah.
Hit them with a gray.
Oh, pink is for when I'm feeling very girly,
Okay.
kind of feminine and flirty. Tee. Red means I'm ovulating and you need to get out of my way.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
I feel like red is such a staple nail polish color.
Red for me, I very much have the Victorian image of red. If you see a character with she had a red ribbon in her hair. It's oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah. And then black means either fuck everything or fuck it up.
Would you rather have peanut butter permanently stuck to the top of your mouth
Oh my God.
or always have that I just ate a bunch of Captain Crunch feeling at the top of your mouth? One. Choose one.
Man, these are both very unfortunate mouthfeeler situations.
Mouthfeeler.
One is painful. One is just annoying. One
Which
is
one's
painful,
painful?
and the Captain Crunch mouth.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They could all be painful.
But peanut butter, you could always be trying to. I can't live that
Y'all
way.
enjoying these noises I'm making?
Please continue. I'm gonna go with Captain Crunch mouth because I survived childhood, which means I've lived my life that way.
You too can survive Captain Crunch mouth.
Yeah. Okay. One last question. Can we take a girls trip and where do you want to go?
Yes.
Okay.
I know you already went to France.
I need to go back.
I just want to be some niggas in Paris. Is that so
Yo.
much to ask?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. Let's go right now.
All right, bye.
We can expense it. Bye.
Let's for work.
Thank you so much for listening. Follow our Fellies. You can follow Agerenesh Ashagre on Twitter at Agerenesh. That's Agerenesh. And Alex Laughlin on Twitter. You can follow her at Alex Laughs, which is adorable. And I think we should keep this party going and go find some more liquor.
Ooh.
Bad.
We did it!
Yay! I'm trying to do more air horns.
Please.
People get so upset. We did it again.
Hey!
Woo!
As usual, we want to give a shout out to the Pod Squad.
Pod Squad.
This is why I don't make the sound effects.
It's kind of sad a little bit.
Sounds like a turtle was dying in my throat. Shout out to the Pod Squad.
Pod Squad. Yes. Oh, you got a little unsure at the end.
I know. I gotta, you know what?
You
Believe
gotta
in
follow
yourself.
through. You gotta follow through. It's okay. Next time will be better.
Shout out to the Pod Squad.
Pod Squad. Heaven's air horn is back. I feel like you sound more confident now with the air horn.
I hope
Someone's been practicing. Shout out to the Pod Squad.
Pod Squad.
Burr. Mine is sick.
Ooh. I thought it had a little funk beat to it.
Oh.
You got a tuba in the back.
Oh, yours got sad at the end.
As usual.
Also, shout out to the